This is Frankie Abbruzzino with the Scoop News, covering just follow up on the shelter. You know, we had the individual yesterday. I guess that was, from what I hear, a lot of commentary on it, where she was concerned about the private staff rooms and the lack of bathrooms and a bunch of other stuff. Well, this has been a topic of conversation. That and the fact that there were no shelters between Northport and Sarasota. So the county management or the county commissioners discussed this briefly during their meeting, where Nancy Dieter came up and said, "Why aren't we using some of the schools in Venice?" And they basically came back and said, "Look, like Taylor Ranch, a lot of people went there. I remember someone sent me a picture of the line out there, and they were all sent away because FEMA has deemed that it's not a school that's can support that level of hurricane. It's in a low-lying area. The flood plans essentially excluded it. And the same goes with Venice Elementary and Venice High School. And I hear Venice Middle too. I was hearing a lot of that was a construction, but from what's been reported and what's out there, they're saying no, it's due to the low-lying area. One school that Bowden, who's the superintendent, wants to look at is possibly Laurel Nokomis, based upon where it's at and some of the other information out there. But will that be enough? What they found that is with this whole emergency management, that they don't have enough shelters essentially in the area. That the schools served only basically that the schools were supposed to handle X amount of people per square foot, and they found out that that was totally off. Good example is Northport High. They should have been able to house 4,600 evacuees according to all the schematics that are out there, but they had to stop taking people in at 3,400 individuals. That's one of the biggest hurdles out there too, is how to handle them, where to put all these people. Basically, this whole stress test, if you will. During it, they found out that we're just not prepared in terms of enough shelters. Um, the shelters that we do have, we can't go based upon the numbers of 20 per square foot, because that's just not, that's crazy, and it's not going to happen. So they're struck with this problem. What do we do? What do we do for the future? And there's not a lot of options out there. There is a new high school that's being built out in the Palmer Ranch area, and people will be able to evacuate there. But still, how do you handle all these individuals? How many individuals didn't go to these shelters because there just wasn't enough room, or they lived in an area that they couldn't make it to Northport or Sarasota? Now, Charles Himes, the county commissioner, he came out and just blasted the city of Venice for not listening to the EOC, and he plans on taking it up and plans on taking action against them for that. But he said, you know, if you would have said there was an issue with transportation, we would have got buses down there. We would have had them transported, but you guys didn't do that. So a lot of communication breakdowns. That's another issue there. So just to follow up, because I know I hit this hard, they are looking in it. They do understand the issue and the concern that many of you guys have, and it's something that they're hopefully, they say they plan on working on towards getting it better. I don't see any light on the horizon, especially if there's another hurricane anytime soon in the next couple of years. And we all know there's another system out there taking a similar track to Irma. Hopefully it won't. This has been Frankie Abbruzzino with the Scoop News.